Two humans lie in a twisted pile. They are Dingle's parents. She said they work as mediators between birds and humans. They were trying to say something to the humans barricaded on the other side of the wall, but they received only bullets as a reply. The death of her parents became a signal. The birds surrounding the little house crossed the wall as well. I hear gunshot fire from inside. I can hear humans and birds screaming. We can only do nothing but stand outside and watch, and then there's the stranger came and spoke to us. Is there anything you desire? I will grant you any wish for you, so tell me. I answered, I don't want these things to happen anymore. My wish is for the world where humans and birds can no longer fight. Even if I die, I want there to be peace. And Dingle continued, I agreed. I would do anything to make Rio's wish come true. The stranger nodded. It might not be possible right now, but one day I will make it happen. When we were children, that's right. This was you. That was the other thing you had forgotten. You have remembered, I see. 8 years ago, a number of humans barricaded themselves in a building not far from where we lived. Dingle's parents were shot by the other humans, and many birds and humans were killed in the ensuing gunfight. I met the doctor. I asked for a world in which humans and birds no longer fight. You and Miss Berry both said you'd be glad to die to bring it about, and so I'm carrying your wish just as you stated. Every symbiotic relationships are not free from strife. In order to end the world between humans and birds forever, one race would have to be completely destroyed. Don't you see? Why did you choose me back then? Choose you? Why did I ask what your wish was, do you mean? I assure you it's not coincidence. I'm not so bored as to wander around granting wishes nilly-nilly. I had to make a promise to grant your wish. The preliminary test results was a resounding success. We need only transfer the original lyosomes from Nageki to you, and everything will be in place. I have granted your wish, though I did make you jump through a few hoops so that you would remember your wish and understand my intentions. It would be the least you could do at least knowledge all I have done for you, I don't care about anything now. Dingle is gone. My wishes have been destroyed and everything. Nothing good has ever happened. Is that what my life is to be like? I wish I had never been born. I don't want to see anything anymore. Don't be anxious. You have no will to resist, so soon you will forget it all. Good night, Mr. Cowra. Ah, my crimson breast senses dangers. Cough, cough. Talking will make it worse. It seems to be leaking in quite slowly, and God, we have a little more time, but I guess it's getting harder to breathe. Wallenstein, you coward. Come and fight. Cool. Hold on just a little longer, we'll get you out of there. I'll try to open a cage, Oko. You see the gas. Cool. Oko-san shall not fail. Ah, much better. No one can say you slack off as student president, Shirogane. The Crimson Breast shall not forget this. Are you two alone? Where did Kaora go? Cool. Where were you separated? Did Rio wander off and get lost? No, he didn't. He got carried off by the doctor. Carried off? Cool. No doubt the doctor is making him drink nasty protein supplements as we speak. If we do not act soon, the funeral song shall be heard, the coming of the darkness. Why can you never speak in plain Japanese, miserable platoon, whatever. He's saying that the doctor is planning to turn Kawa into a biological weapon. What? We can explain while we walk, assuming I do not run out of breath. Very well, let us proceed. Kawa, are you alive? Cool. Oko-san has a bad feeling about this. Ryo is not normal. Miserable medical man, and what have you done to him? Why, isn't it the son of the noble LaBelle family? What is one of your prestige doing here? Ho. Your pathetic jab means nothing to me. What have you done to Karawa? I have granted his wish, that is all. It is almost 10. The human forces are gathered above. Mr. Karawa must now return to the surface to begin the end of the human race. Karawa wished for no such thing. He would never harm a human. Right, Karawa? It seems he is hesitant to agree with you. Bah. He has been swallowed by the demon spores. Our voices will not reach him. It is time for us to go. He has but little time left in this world and cannot afford to waste any of it. He has but little time? What does that mean? His duty now is to fly above the world, spreading the seeds of throughout all humanity. It would be a feat impossible for any normal walk dove. Of course, he will be shot at as well. If he were to fall from his rooms, he will die before completing his task. Ku, do not fear. Akusan will stop Ryo here and now. Ku. There he goes. Mr. Kawa has traded his free will for normally impossible physical tenacity. He has been brainwashed. We have to stop him and bring him back to his senses before he reaches the surface, but Okusan is stronger than any of us and he was sent flying just like that. How can we keep him here? Karawa is very strong but lacks control right now, right? Maybe we should ask Hiragon. What? He's nuts. Haha, Black Bindona. There he goes again, spouting nonsense. Wait, Karawa, stop. Ah! Oh dear, there goes Shirogane. The demon red eye speaks. Seal the disaster from the power of the chosen one. He's reacting. How is this frail Lozon able to affect him? What is he doing? Hypnotizing him. According to the documents back there, Hiragon has the ability to pull others into his own fantasies and break down their own mental restraints. I was talking to the doctor about it earlier too. I think it's real. Mental restraints? Like how the desperate man can be stronger than usual? The demon eye heralds the awakening. By the power of the blood-stained hand, I seal the funeral song. Ku, Okusan attack. Okusan cannot possibly lose in a fight with Ryo. There we go. Perfect. We're supposed to convince Ryo to stop while ourselves being drawn into some bizarre fantasy. This is madness. You think about the consequences, Shirogane. Go along with it. Don't think about the consequences. Prepare yourselves. We fight. Brethren brown with the red lotus feathers. Ryo Textorius Melodona Fenis appears. Angel's turn. Per wings awaken. Oh. Now it's time to break what's deadly spell. Hear the call of the red lotus. Sand's turn. Cool. Violent Ryo is no good. Not a good Ryo. Come to your senses. Kazaki's turn. Listen to us. We're all trying the best for you, Karawa. Come back to us. Saku's turn. Pull yourself together. Do you not care? Do you not plan to destroy all we've gained? Stop, Karawa. This is not the path you must travel. Question mark's turn? Oh. Geez, Ryo, you're causing everybody trouble. I don't want to see you like this either. I'm the only Berserk class character this story needs. Wake up already, Ryo. Ryo was defeated. Ah. Karawa, pull yourself together. Do you want this? No, I don't. Cool. Ryo is a vegetarian and shouldn't exert himself. I don't want to make anyone sad. The remitter reactivated? Fascinating. It should not have been possible for several hours yet. Disease is half of the mind, after all. Outlook is surprisingly important. I suppose that means my data was insufficient. This is the end, Dr. Sorcerer Wallenstein. Be judged by the crimson breast. Wait, Angel. This is not just his fault. What do you protect him? He's the one who did this to you. Tell me, Doctor, why did you go so far to grant my wish? Why did I grant your wish? My reason is nothing of note. It's not worth telling. This was merely an experiment that has come to an end. You must have a reason. You aren't the sort to go around taking children without some purpose. I want to know the answer to everything. The answer is nowhere near as glamorous as you were expecting, I assure you. Hey, good morning, Isa. Sorry to spring this on you, but could you take a look at these? What is it, sir? You seem excited. It's amazing, the healers we got earlier. Healers? Ah, the Hela cells from last month. Yeah, them, from the unusually old human, aiding science even after death. Can we at least call the samples by their proper name? You've always been serious like that, Isa. These samples are like sweet lovebirds. Touch them with kindness and they bond beautifully. Just how many lovebirds do you have again? Perhaps you should call them pet birds instead. Maybe you're right. Anyways, look at these. We've been looking into cancer, cell, and mortality. Indeed, these results are amazing. You're quite lucky with these. It's all about love, or intuition, that too. He's quite possibly the most gifted researcher alive. His abilities and intuitions that not even he can explain. Hey, good morning, Isa. Nice weather, huh? Makes me want to do something outside. It's evening already. I believe one normally switches to good evening around now. It's good morning whenever I get up, Isa. Get distracted by things like common sense, you'll make the greatest discoveries of your life. Sophistry. Hey, good morning, Isa. Whoopsie, we're low on cash. Here, was this the one? I didn't ask you to pick it up for me. Here, take it. It's not like we're running out. You sound like a pushy salesman. Your right wing is injured, right? Is there anything I can help you with? Just ask. You've been doing fine so far. Hey, good morning, Isa. Hey, can I say something? What is it, sir? I'm somewhat busy. You're always busy. If I waited for you to take a break, I'd die of old age before I got to say. Talking like this gets us nowhere. Guess what? I have a kid. I see. Congratulations. What? You don't have anything else to say? Not particularly. Reproduction is natural for all living creatures. Of course, if I were to become a father, I would feel bad for the child given my habit of locking myself away in the laboratory. This is Rio and Doctor's father talking? Or Rio's father and Doctor talking? The only bird who I ever recognized. The only one who ever recognized is worthy of my respect. Hey, good morning, Isa. I brought you something cool. What is it? A fossil. Look at it. It's huge. You act like an excited child. Hey, I like geology too. It tempts me with spouse breach. I will carry on your research while you go out then. Go on. Dang, you're cold. Hey, listen, want to come with me on a business trip sometime? Field observation is fun. Next one's at the start of the... While I'm interested in your work, sir, I'm partly through a fascinating process at this moment. Perhaps another time. Yeah, I'll invite you next time then. I bet traveling with you would be a blast. Field observation is not exactly sightseeing. I would make sure to open time in my schedule, though. His last moments were dreadfully anticlimactic. He fell ill with a disease endemic to the island. By the time we returned home, he was so emaciated one could barely recognize him. He had watched as many other birds succumb to a disease, so I was sure he would die in this examination room surrounded by his family. I always knew this was a possibility. Yes, sir. I don't regret the way I did things. No, sir. But I just remembered. I do have one regret. Yes, sir. Never done anything a father's supposed to do. I promised to take time off for the first time in years. I wanted to do me a favor, Isa. If you ever run into my son, can you do something for him in my stead? A rather vague request. He's too nice. He never asked for something, even if he wanted it. I expect he inherited that trait from his father. Haha. Anyways, if you ever happen to meet him, you don't have to go out of your way to find him or anything. Very well, I shall remember. What is his name? Ryoto. Karawa. Rio. You vanished from my life before I ever told you my feelings, and I've chased your shadow since. Is this what it's meant to be, quitting while you're ahead? Or while is it just cowardice? No matter how I study life, its past, its future, I'll never be able to surpass you, and it was my only goal. The son of a doctor, carrying half of his genetic material and otherwise unrelated. But this boy, he may be the only one for me to catch your shadow now. 7th class.